Hello students, Miss Vijaya here. This time we are going to look at solving equations without seesaw. We will just look at the mathematical principle behind it. So there are two things that I would like you to remember again. The first thing is the order of operation. We talk about gamma. G stands for grouping, and grouping could be numerator or denominator group, or it could be brackets as well, or parentheses. E stands for exponent. M stands for, at the same time, multiplication and division. We know multiplication and division is at the same level. You just have to do whichever comes first from left to right. And A stands for addition and subtraction. Again, both of them are on the same level. We just have to do it whichever comes first from left to right. Another thing I would like you to remember is about the inverse operation. And we have discussed that the inverse operation of addition is subtraction, and the other way around, the inverse of subtraction is addition, and the inverse operation of multiplication is division, and the other way around, the inverse operation of division is multiplication. So these two principles we are going to use in solving equations. The first two questions on top, the first row, is just one-step solving equation. So we start by asking ourselves, okay, where is our variable, the unknown that we have to figure out? Here, in this case, x, so I highlight that. So what have I done to construct this? Apparently, I have multiplied x by 9. So it's a multiplication by 9. How do I cancel that? Then I have to do the inverse operation. I will have to divide that by 9. And of course, whatever I do on the left-hand side, I have to do the same to the right-hand side, because this is an equation. So in that case, the multiplication by 9 and division by 9 cancel out. Therefore, I have x only now. And on the right-hand side, 63 divided by 9 is 7. So my answer is x equals 7. The question on the right is the same, similar. This is x, that's where I start. And what have I done? I have added 11 to the unknown number. So therefore, to cancel it, I am going to subtract 11, both sides. And that way, since this adding 11 and subtract 11 cancel out, on the left hand side I have only x, and on the right hand side 54 subtract 11 is 43, and that is the answer. When we have two steps equation, so I start exactly the same. I identify where my variable is. This is x, the number or the unknown that I have to figure out in the end. And when I look at how I have constructed this expression, what have I done to x? Remember gamma. There is 5x there, which means 5 times x. And then add 3. Which one have I done first then? So in this case, following gamma, I know that I have done number 1. I have multiplied x by 5. And then afterwards, I have added 3 to it. So this is the process that I have gone through to construct the expression. So now I would like to cancel that. And when I'm canceling, I have to go backwards. Whatever I've done last, I have to cancel first. So I have to cancel first the addition by 3. And to do that, I have to subtract by 3, both sides. So that's what I'm going to do. Subtract 3, subtract 3. And that way, on the left-hand side, I have only 5x. And on the right-hand side, 33 subtracted by 3 is 30. Now next step, I have to cancel multiplication by 5. And to cancel that, I have to divide by 5. So I have to divide by 5 both sides. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. Since we cancel out the times and divide by 5, I have only x on the left hand side, and 30 divided by 5 is 6. So this is my answer. A student actually told me before, oh, so our purpose is to get x alone in the end. Yes, that's actually a good thing to say. The right mathematical terminology for it is to make x the subject. That's the official word for it. But for the moment, if you have that in mind, our purpose is to get x alone in the end, then I'm fine with that for now. So I'm going to jump to this question here. It's also a 2 steps kind of equation. And then let's have a look. I highlight my variable x there. Okay, how did I construct this expression? What have I done first? I see 7 times there, and I see bracket x plus 2. And according to Gamma, the bracket has to be done first, right? So I must have added 2 first to x, because that's the one in the bracket. And then afterwards, outside the bracket, I see times 7. So again, when I try now to cancel, I will have to do backward. So whatever I have done last, I have to cancel first. So that multiply by 7, I have to cancel first by divide by 7. So I will do that first. We will divide by 7 both sides. Once we divide by 7, this cancel out. So on the left hand side, I will have only x plus 2. And on the right hand side, 6. 42 divided by 7 is 6. And now what do? We cancel adding 2 by subtracting by 2. So subtract 2, both sides. And then we end up with x equals 6 minus 2 is 4. Now I would like to add on one thing here. How do I know this answer is correct? How can I check whether my answer is correct? To check this, we are going to do an algebraic process which is called substitution. We have done substitution before. So what I will do, here is the final answer I got, that x is equal to 4. So I'm going to check that by substituting this value 4 to the variable x in the beginning that we have there. So I am going to write down 7 bracket and x is 4 now, and then plus 2, and I am asking myself, actually this is a question I ask myself, is this really true? So there's a question, is that really equal to 42? So let's check, because we have to do the bracket first, then 4 plus 2 is 6, and then easily we could see that we end up with 7 times 6, which is 42. So this is correct, answer is yes. Then we know for sure the answer 4 for x is correct. I will stop here, and in the next video we are going to do this kind of solving equation, and we will have a look what is different about these two. Both of them involve fractions and division. So what is special and what is different about them? I'll talk to you in the next video. Good luck!